What's up, dude? So everybody always wants to know, what is the easiest diet? What is the easiest way to get ripped? And I happen to be a person who has tried so many different methods just out of my own curiosity. This is my passion. I'm a fitness nut, and I truly enjoy experimenting with different exercise, modalities as well as diets. And I've tried nearly everything you could throw at me, all the popular diets, paleo, raw vegan, zone diet, blood type diet, intermittent fasting, if it fits your macros, clean eating, veganism, raw vegan, vegetarian, everything. I tried it all. And there is one that does stand out among all of those as being, in my experience, significantly easier by far. And not only easier, but the best. It actually works the best. It allows the most freedom, and that's why it's the easiest. And that is intermittent fasting. This is like hitting the world by storm right now. People are realizing just with this little shift in the time frame in which they eat their food, they can dramatically, realistically, people who don't really know much about working out or don't really give a shit to know can get fucking ripped, can get fucking nice abs without trying that much. All it really involves is counting your calories and hitting, intermittent fasting. So if you don't know what that is, it's simply shortening the window in which you eat all of your calories within that day. So rather than waking up and eating breakfast, for example, at like 8 in the morning, and then having lunch around noon, and then a snack, and then you eat dinner around 6, 7 o'clock, that's a large feeding window from 8 in the morning until like later at night. So all the people who are doing intermittent fasting to varying lengths of time shorten that window. So to put it in the most simplest terms, you skip breakfast. You don't eat breakfast. And a lot of people immediately, the masses' minds are filled with this bullshit dieting dogma that, oh, you skip breakfast? That's crazy. Your metabolism will slow down. No. That's not true. That's just a blindly adopted viewpoint on diet based on misguided research or a lack thereof research. I don't know exactly who started this, but people tend to really flare up when you tell them to skip breakfast. And in fact, I'm going to take just a moment to kind of demystify the reason why you don't have to skip, why skipping breakfast means nothing. So the whole premise of skipping breakfast is you need to speed up your metabolism, because when you eat food, there's something called a thermic effect of food, which causes your metabolic rate to temporarily spike. So people just go ahead and presuppose that if they eat more frequently, they get that spike more. But here's the thing, guys. That metabolic spike based on what you're eating is proportionate to the amount of food you eat. So if you eat 10 200-calorie meals a day, it's going to spike but a little bit. If you eat one massive meal a day, it's going to spike one time, but a shitload. So the thermic effect of food within the 24-hour period is the same. It doesn't mean anything, okay? So get that out of your head. And why does it work? Why does it make the dieting process easier? Simply because it's easy to train your body to not be hungry at certain times. Your body will get used to anything you do to it. If you're used to waking up and eating at 8 o'clock in the morning, well, you're going to be hungry every time. But if you're used to eating at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, your body is going to naturally go all the way till 3 without any challenge. And then when it is time to eat, because you've trained your body to fast in slightly longer periods of time than what most people do, when it's time to eat, you have a short time to eat a decent amount of calories. And when you're dieting, because you have to restrict your calories, if you were to spread these out throughout the day, you're like always fighting with yourself because you're eating these little rabbit meals, and you're always having to have like these small meals, and it feels very restrictive. But if you save, even though you're restricted calories, if you save them for that short window, you can have 1 or 2 massive meals where it's just very satisfying and you feel full. And the fast was easy, so it's not like you were struggling there either. So it makes remaining in the essential caloric deficit, which is, again, essential. You can't lose weight without burning off more food than you consume. It just makes that whole fundamental process super freaking easy. So that's the easiest way, man. Again, you can get ripped by doing multiple meals a day. If you hate fasting, then don't worry, you can get ripped other ways. It's just not as easy. It's just not as flexible. Just to give you an example of how flexible it is, today it's, like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I finished my last meal yesterday around like 5 or 6, and I'm not going to eat dinner until like 6 o'clock tonight. So that's a whole 24-hour fast. And all I've had was a few cups of coffee, if you can't tell. And I might, when I get really hungry in like an hour, if I need to, I'll have like an apple. And that, again, I'm not struggling. I feel actually very good. I prefer to make my videos in the fasted state, because in the fasted state, there's a lot of really unique benefits, aside from making the dieting process extremely easy. One of the unique benefits is you release a hormone that's very similar to adrenaline, and it gives you a boost. It gives you an actual natural energy surge. It helps you focus really well. And therefore you have like a unique degree of focus, so you can get a lot of shit done. Not having to stop and eat. I can go all day. Imagine how much more productive you would be if you didn't have to stop and cook and clean and eat 4 or 5 meals. I'm gonna go out tonight at like 6 o'clock and just have all my calories in one epic meal. I'm gonna go out for Mexican food, which I love, and I'm gonna get some nachos, I'll get some fajitas, I'll have some cocktails, and even some fried ice cream after. And I'll still be cutting. I'll be in a caloric deficit. I maintain about 7 to 8% body fat doing this, and it's fucking easy. One of the other qualities that isn't always talked about, one of the benefits of intermittent fasting, is it makes you more, I would say, spiritually connected. I'm just gonna say it, more spiritually in tune, because you know, we are made up of mind, body, and spirit, and that's not my philosophy, or that's not. I'm not saying believe it. That's just my experience, that there is another force that lives through us, that is our true essence. And when there's not food in our body, kind of like mucking up our system, causing a lot of like digestion and stuff, this spirit self of ours, this essence of ours, can kind of shine through less restricted. And when you can live your life from the perspective of your uninhibited spirit self, then you make really intelligent decisions. You are able to manifest really awesome things in your life. Your life changes. You become more aware of your inner guidance, and as you learn to trust it, as it proves itself to you, it just strengthens that connection, and then you can start to truly live a life where you understand that your external reality is nothing more than a projection of your own inner consciousness. And intermittent fasting, and that basically is the essence of spiritual enlightenment, okay? And intermittent fasting is a wonderful diet to do in conjunction with this enlightenment process, because again, it brings you more in touch with your true core self, okay? You know, we are at the core eternal spirits, and at the very most exterior, we are these hard, dense bodies and personality structures. And when you can live your life from the perspective of your spirit self, then the world opens up to you. You experience real magic in your life. So not only do you burn fat, do you do it easier, more effectively, you get a lot more shit done, and you get to become enlightened in the process. So with that, I will close. I hope you give this a try. If you want to give it a whirl, I would recommend perhaps starting slowly. Start slowly pushing your first meal later and later and later in the day. Blunt your appetite with coffee. Not a shitload of coffee, but enough coffee, because coffee and the caffeine is a natural appetite suppressant. It makes the fast very easy. And as you do this, you'll realize how easy it is, how good you feel, and how effective at fat burning it is. And then it becomes a lifestyle that you'll never want to give up. All right, peace.